Hey guys, my name is Loic, I come from France and I just finished Raw Chef 1 training at Alchemy. So yeah, like these 12 days went super fast and I was really amazed by several things that I can really mention. The first one would be the space. Like we had individual stations, everyone was working on its own, sometimes we're pairing up with each other, but most of the time we had our whole station, the whole space for us. And there was also nothing else going on in the space. It was the whole area just for us all the time, dedicated to the academy, to the teachings. And I really love the fact we had basically access to the facility like from basically 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. basically. So it was really nice to be in a place where we felt welcomed, relaxed, and that was really dedicated to us. So in the morning we're starting with either breathwork of yoga at 8. Then at 9 we had every time like a breakfast with superfoods, all the foods you can dream of. We had some raw granolas, we had some special smoothies every day thanks to Chef Kitut. So it was really nice to arrive and just to sit down a bit, chat with everyone, so it's like not only classes, getting to know each other and hanging out together, telling stories and sharing our journeys together. And then there is one block of cooking and theory, and then lunch break, and then another block of theory and cooking and prep for the next day. So every day was really packed, and I was also very amazed by the professionalism of the teachers and how we were able to go into rabbit holes, even for topics that sound simple. Every time I learned so much, even though I did already several like Raw Chef trainings here in Bali, and at the beginning I was like, oh, maybe it's going to be a bit repetitive to do this one, but actually I learned a lot thanks to the teachers because of their background, how much experience they have both in the kitchen and when it comes to the food and the raw food lifestyle. So I was really happy with that as well. And yeah, I thought even like you see different trainings like in Bali, but what I like with them is like all of them are different, even though on paper they look like similar. But the recipes, even within these trainings, are very different. So even here I learned so many new techniques and creative ways of using papaya salmon or making like pizza bases and not heavy on nuts, for example. Also a lot of details about things like emulsification, sweeteners, about herbs, how to handle herbs, food combining, fermentation. So yeah, for me it was definitely like worth doing this training, even though I did some trainings before. But by the same token, it's also very interesting for people even though they don't have experience in raw food yet, because you learn so much about the culinary art and philosophy of the raw food. So I was really happy with this training. I would definitely love to do the level 2. So hopefully next year I can come back and do the level 2. But yeah, I really loved, as I said, like the space, the teachers, and also like the Balinese staff was just always so lovely, and it just felt like being like home and cooking with friends all the time. So I really liked it for that. And I think this training can be both for people who are very new to raw food and people who are already into the raw food culinary art or lifestyle. So for me, for example, I've been raw for 8 months at the time of the training. And I still learn so much about the lifestyle, the philosophy, how I can help people moving toward this lifestyle as well. And I think gourmet food, as we learn it into this training as well, is a very powerful tool you can use to get people, the same way you get people into plant-based food, you want them to have amazing looking, tasting, feel-good food. And this is the same with raw food, you want to learn how to make amazing food that is inviting and that feels good. So that's also what I complemented my knowledge of right now here. And yeah, having such a space that is so bright and playing with so many vibrant ingredients and recipes was just so much fun. I really like the bridge we cover between the philosophy of the academy and the restaurant, and like how they intersect with each other. And yeah, on those lines, the final project is definitely the most exciting thing all the time. Like coming with your own savory recipe, your own sweet recipe, and just putting everything you learn together to create something unique. And it's kind of your baby that you're presenting in the end to everyone. It's super exciting, a bit stressful, but super exciting. And yeah, like these 12 days went so fast. And what I so enjoyed is that we had some guest teachers coming, so we learned more about cacao. We also had a kirtan. We had talks about how to use essential oils into recipes. We also had some talks about family constellations, which I never made the link between family constellations and food and nutrition. So So it was really a new rabbit hole that I discovered thanks to Camila that I would love to go deeper into. So yeah, many different inputs, different approaches, and yeah, I'm very amazed by the amount of knowledge and content recovered in such a short amount of time without feeling under pressure. And yeah, now if you were to ask me, comparing to other trainings here, I think this one is really good if you want to go deeper with the culinary art. Like what I say all the time with this kind of training is that you learn so much about food, about yourself, but it's also a lot about the people you meet along the way, and that's always what I love the most here. You meet people with different intentions, different interests. They are in different points of their life, they are in different places on their health journey, and it's just so nice to learn from each other. Like you learn as much from everyone in the space, from the teachers, from the students. Like they all come with their own stories and backgrounds and beautiful souls, and yeah, it has been such a special experience as it always is in this kind of setup. So yeah, I'm really grateful, and I can't wait to come back for level 2.